Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for taking the time to join this professional development session. Today, I want to focus on something that every school leader deals with every single day, whether we realize it or not. Organizational and management systems influence every part of our schools, from school safety and communication to staffing and technology. The systems we put in place determine whether teachers can focus on teaching and whether students can focus on learning. Throughout this course, I have continued to come back to one simple idea: keep the main thing the main thing. It is easy to become consumed with paperwork, discipline, meetings, and operational issues, but our responsibility as school leaders is to make those systems support student learning rather than distract from it. Today, I'm going to discuss 4 organizational and management issues that I believe have the greatest impact on our school success. We will look at why they matter, systems that help address them, how community partnerships strengthen those systems, and ultimately how intentional leadership creates a school culture where both students and staff can thrive. When people hear the word management, they often think about schedules, budgets, or paperwork. While those responsibilities are certainly part of the job, I believe effective organizational leadership is much bigger than that. Every system within a school should exist for one purpose: supporting students and teachers. If teachers spend their day dealing with broken technology, unclear procedures, or constant interruptions, that is time being taken away from instruction. In my experience, teachers do not need to be micromanaged. They need to be leaders who remove unnecessary barriers so they can focus on what they do best: teaching students. Strong organizational systems reduce stress, improve communication, and allow everyone in the building to do their job more effectively. The National Association of Secondary School Principals explains that effective school leadership is directly connected to creating positive school cultures where both students and educators can be successful. That begins with intentional leadership and systems that make sense. The first organizational issue I want to discuss is school safety. Nothing else matters if students and staff do not feel safe. Before meaningful learning can occur, students need to know they are in an environment where adults are prepared to protect them. School safety is much more than responding to emergencies. It is about preparing long before an emergency ever happens. That includes maintaining updated emergency operation plans, practicing drills regularly, monitoring building security, and ensuring every staff member understands their role during a crisis. I also believe school safety is everyone's responsibility. It is not just the principal's job or the school resource officer's job. Teachers, custodians, office staff, cafeteria workers, transportation personnel, and first responders all contribute to creating a safe learning environment. One thing I've learned throughout this course is that preparation builds confidence. Drills may become repetitive throughout the year, but if something ever goes wrong, those routines allow people to respond calmly rather than panic. FEMA recommends that emergency operations plans be reviewed regularly and practiced consistently so schools are prepared for unexpected situations. The second issue is that I am particularly passionate about: teacher retention. In my opinion, good teachers rarely leave because they stop loving students. Many leave because they feel overwhelmed, unsupported, or unheard. Throughout this course, I have shared that my first year of teaching was difficult. What helped me succeed was not one individual mentor, but my entire team. They answered my questions, encouraged me, and reminded me that I was not expected to figure everything out alone. That experience continues to shape the kind of leader I hope to become. I believe teachers do not need to be micromanaged. They need administrators who build relationships, listen to concerns, provide meaningful support, and remove unnecessary obstacles. Strong mentoring programs, collaborative teams, and opportunities for teacher leadership create environments where educators feel valued. Research from the Learning Policy Institute found that comprehensive induction and mentoring programs significantly improve teacher retention and professional growth. For me, it comes back to keeping the main thing the main thing. When teachers feel supported, they stay. When teachers stay, students benefit. Building a positive school culture is not about adding more initiatives. It is about investing in people and creating an environment where they want to come to work every day. The third issue I want to discuss is communication. In my opinion, communication is one of the most important responsibilities of a school leader because it builds trust with staff, families, and community. I believe families should never hear important school information from social media before they hear it from the school. Whether it is an emergency, a schedule change, or an update about student learning, communication should be timely, honest, and consistent. Even when administrators do not have every answer, people appreciate transparency. Communication also extends beyond emergencies. Principals should be visible in the community and build relationships with local businesses, community organizations, and families. Those partnerships often become valuable resources for schools throughout volunteer opportunities, donations, mentorship programs, and additional support for students. The National Association of Elementary School Principals emphasizes that strong partnerships between schools, families, and communities improve student success and strengthen school culture. For me, communication is another way we support teachers. When families trust the school and understand what is happening, teachers spend less time managing confusion and more time focusing on instruction. The fourth issue is facilities and technology management. Sometimes these responsibilities happen behind the scenes, but they have a direct impact on teaching and learning. If the heating and cooling system fails, technology stops working, or classrooms become unsafe, instruction immediately suffers. One thing I've learned is that strong administrators focus on prevention rather than constantly reacting to problems. Regularly inspected preventive maintenance, technology updates, and routine safety checks help identify concerns before they become emergencies. Technology is another area that deserves conscientious attention. Devices should be updated, internet systems should be reliable, and teachers should feel comfortable using digital tools before they are ever needed during an emergency. The U.S. Department of Education emphasizes that safe, healthy learning environments are directly connected to improved student engagement and academic success. Again, I come back to the same idea. Teachers should not spend their time solving building problems or technology issues that could have been prevented. Our responsibility as leaders is to create systems that allow them to focus on students. As I've worked through this program, I've realized that all these issues are connected. School safety affects school culture affects teacher retention affects student achievement, communication affects trust, facilities affect instruction. None of these systems work independently. Leadership is about seeing the bigger picture and creating systems that allow people to be successful. In my experience, teachers do not need someone standing over them every day telling them how to do their jobs. They need support, encouragement, and leaders who remove obstacles instead of creating new ones. When principals intentionally build strong systems, they reduce unnecessary stress for everyone in the building. That creates an environment where teachers want to stay, students feel safe, and families trust the school. I want to leave you with the same idea that has shaped my thinking throughout this course. Keep the main thing the main thing. It is easy for school leaders to become consumed with meetings, discipline, budgets, paperwork, and operational responsibilities. Those things matter, but they are not why we become educators. We become educators to make a difference in the lives of students. Every organizational system, every management decision, and every leadership choice should support that purpose. If we build relationships, communicate openly, support our teachers, and create systems that work, we create schools where students can thrive and staff members want to stay. This is the kind of leader I hope to be, not someone who micromanages every decision, but someone who creates an environment where teachers feel trusted, students feel safe, and everyone understands that we are working towards the same goal. Thank you for your time.